Left 4 Dead 2 is a game that I still keep coming back to, even after Valve technically stopped working on it like 10 years ago. And I think I should pay respect to such a timeless game by reviewing every campaign it has. Just like every Left 4 Dead 2 player ever, I do have mods installed, but for the sake of seeing what the campaigns actually look like, the only mods active are HD item reskins and teammate health numbers. I tried to get dynamic lights and legs mod working, but they don't seem to work in Valve servers. But anyway, this review was done on advanced difficulty just like last time. And here are my thoughts on Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns. Death Center is basically a holy shit, it's so loud! Death Center is basically Left 4 Dead 2's tutorial campaign, which is fitting because this is also where the story begins. The hotel level forces you to be stuck with melee weapons and pistols most of the time, which is a great way for the players to familiarize themselves with the new mechanics. I don't really understand why Valve thought that countering infinite shelf in Left 4 Dead 1 is to add melee weapons that one hit kills the majority of the enemies. I have no idea. But I guess at least you won't be able to keep shoving while you reload your gun now. Hey, should I bring a defib?
What? Why? No, fuck that.
Ah, I see you're an average Left 4 Dead player too. The hotel is also suspiciously very dangerous for a tutorial level. There are so many ways you can fall off, and there's also fire everywhere. Somebody jump off the window with the
Alright.
No, you don't need to do that. What day is today?
Tuesday?
Okay, it's not Tuesday, let him fall off.
It's Wednesday, my guy.
The elevator crescendo event is very easy to deal with because most zombies will die to the fire anyway.
My man has a bison.
What the hell? Holy shit! There's also a silent submachine gun, which is the submachine gun but better in every single way. If you go into this room, you might also get a chrome shotgun, but Left 4 Dead 2 shotgun balancing is so whack to the point where picking one over the other has extremely minimal difference. This campaign features the hazmat zombies who are fireproof and drop bio bombs. Them being fireproof is not a big deal because you have a gun. The bile bomb is basically the pipe bomb, but it doesn't kill zombies and lasts longer. It has a niche role that pipe bombs and Molotov cannot perform. The gun shop allows you to try out every single weapon in the game, and I wish this was how the survivors come across tier 2 weapons, instead of the survivors finding them laying around on this spot. After that, you can also put on the laser sight, which reduces your gun spread, and for the shotguns, it makes at least one pellet goes where you're pointing at. Combining it with the AK or the sniper rifle makes them become extremely overpowered.
I'm not legally allowed to own a gun. Hope everybody's okay with that. We get you your shit, and you'll help us get to the mall, right? Okay. You screw us, and I will kill you with your own gun.
On my word as a gentleman, I will do no screwing, sir. I come down there and shake on it, but I already welded the door shut.
I think the last 10 update added the Counter-Strike weapons into this room, and I appreciate that. The store alarm crescendo event is a pretty cool escort mission. You can also skip half of it by having someone on the balcony to catch a cola. In single player though, you'll be escorting the bots instead because of how dumb they are without mods. Jesus Christ, Whittaker, do you have a fucking javelin in your hideout? How do you get a license for that? What?
We need to find a reporter. He comes.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait, it's a mall. Yeah, hang on.
If it's not Frank West, who else would it be?
I need a drug for my kid. Please help me.
Help me, please. Cover wars.
The mall level feels too empty in my opinion. It does give you a sense of isolation, and probably also to make the game run better on lower PCs, but there's just not much to explore in this level. The level also has RNG pathing, which also impacts which crescendo event you'll get. You must turn off the alarm on the 3rd floor, and you either start at the toy store at the 2nd floor, or at the alarm door on the 1st floor. If you get the 1st floor, good luck with that. And if the tank spawns on the 3rd floor, you're in for a bad time. It's also strange that despite being a CEDA evacuation center, there are 0 hazmat zombies here. My guess is Valve doesn't want the player to abuse the bio bomb they drop, but they can also just use the code to prevent the bio bomb drop in the first place.
Holy shit!
Wait, what? Wait, you can already shoot it? What the hell?
Is that Chuck Green I'm looking at?
I mean,
don't
yeah,
know,
that's
maybe
kind.
mustard?
You can say that, Frank. To escape the mall, you have to fill the race car with gas, and it's a very fun finale. The mall's verticality allows you to drop the gas cans all the way to the ground floor, allowing you to complete the finale even faster. There's even an achievement to escape the mall before the first tank even spawn. I think the tank spawned. Nope, never mind, we did it. You must be this tall to die. POV, you're leaving Russia. Real. Technically, you can get inside the motel in different ways. I have to force myself this time around to not go for the billboard. I use that path way too often because it gives you the hunting rifle. The motel is very good for finding supplies for the next chapter. And you are pretty much encouraged to explore because of how many rooms there are. Alright, Raito, we're finding that commissar.
The fact it's a motel too, for fuck's sake.
I also like this slope just because of the sound the survivors make.
Whoa, hey!
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Oh, come! Bruh. Once we arrive at the carnival itself, I know we have to get the gnome for the video as well. It's a gnome, right? What the fuck are you talking about? It's not a fucking Kirby. Throughout this campaign, you can interact with some of the carnival attractions, and they are essentially what made Dark Carnival into what it is. This campaign features clown zombies, and their shoes will attract zombies around them. But their ability has no impact on gameplay at all, because they cannot summon the horde with it, and only zombies that already spawn. Also, come on Valve, you coded the slope to be slippery but not the slide? Really? The merry-go-round crescendo event is quite manageable. If the tank or the witch doesn't spawn in the console, you should be fine. Emphasis on if because that is exactly what happened to us.
We can take on anything.
I doubt that. Both of you died.
So when I said in the last video that the witch kills you slower in Left 4 Dead 2, I think the last 10 update fixed that. Okay, I never thought that when the survivors say the water here is not natural, they're talking about this pipe. I legit thought the water was invisible here. The Tunnel of Love is linear, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. I cannot say the same for the Screaming Oak though. Don't get me wrong, running through the coasters track is a very memorable video game moment for me, but it feels like it's a marathon compared to the previous crescendo event. It's also very punishing because you can either fall off the coaster or get left behind because of the sheer length of it. Oh, God, no! No, I can't. I can't. It's still not the most difficult thing in this campaign, however. I'll let my reaction do the talking.
Wow.
Oh man, Barnes! Yeah, chapter 4 is permanently stuck in my brain like some sort of PTSD. Not only do you have to defend yourself as the stadium gate opens, you have to run to the safe room by a corridor longer than the country of Chile. While I was recording no HUD footage for this map, I got a tank and a wish just before the safe room. I guess the director really hates me. It is saying something that only one of us managed to get through this, and we almost lost the gnome here. The gnome! The gnome, Erwin! The gnome! After seeing the helicopter for like 2 chapters now, the survivors decide to use the concert to signal it. This is by far one of the most iconic video game moments for me. The fact that Valve not only made this banner but also made music for them is just amazing. Oh yeah, and going back to the safe room is not an option here. The scaffolding is pretty much a god spot because very few zombies can reach you here. You can also use the firework boxes to set up your defense. They act like a gas can but without the fire obscuring your screen. And if you're wondering, the microphone is completely usable, even in versus mode. The finale is pretty easy because you can clearly see where the zombies are coming from. Along with the god spot I said earlier, you can very easily cheese this finale. The helicopter can land on either side of the stadium, and these 2 spots are potential tank spawn points. You better hope he doesn't spawn close to the helicopter. Oh, the tank spawns near the copter? Fucking hell.
Erwin, come with me. I have the money.
The gnome, Erwin! We gotta get it! Guarding gnome!
Got it.
Because of the helicopter crashing, since this is a video game after all, the survivors are stuck in a swamp where some people left alive decided to form their own territory, after having enough of SIDA and the military. Largely though, I feel like this is a missed opportunity on environmental storytelling. It could have a few more visual stuff portraying how the swamp people deal with outsiders, or how they defended themselves here.
No SIDA, no military, stay out.
Huh. Friendly bunch. Let's visit. They seem nice.
Come on now. If I was having a cookout, I ain't inviting SIDA either.
There's a jukebox in the bar, and I heard that if you use the Read Your Brains music to summon the horde that comes when you call the fairy will not spawn. I feel like this has been fixed because it didn't work for me.
Winner, am I being helped?
What? What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Well, Erwin is jealous that I got the Still Alive music on the jukebox. The ferry crescendo has your back against the river, making you an easy target for the chargers. So if you think you're not good enough to dodge him, stay inside the building. It is not uncommon to find a grenade launcher in the first level, and I'll be honest, Left 4 Dead grenade launcher is basically TF2's direct hit but with splash damage. There's also ammunition upgrades you can use, and it's very weird to have fire bullets in a campaign where you spend most of the time in the water. The incendiary bullets are only useful at making a weapon one-shot zombies for a 1 mag, and even then the resulting fire can obstruct your view. Explosive bullets on the other hand, absolutely shreds. Every special infected except the tank gets stun locked by it, even the charger and the witch. The swamp is, well, a swamp. It has a lot of swamp water that will slow you down. But if you look closely, there are paths that allows you to completely avoid the water. Man, I hope this doesn't become relevant in the next campaign. The Last Stand update added fallen survivors here, because they appear in the trailer for like 1 second, and probably because this paratrooper guy looks out of place without them. But for the uncommon infected of swamp fever is the mudmen, who crawl towards you and blind you with mud. When you're on land, it's very easy to spot them, but in the water they can be a pain in the ass, which is one more reason to avoid the water.
Just like Vietnam. That's my job.
Oh shit, we're in Nam. I get it now. Sin, this is where the forest game starts. The crash airplane crescendo event can be difficult because of the layout, but camping the exit and the airplane's wing works for me. You might want to tone down the difficulty to get the achievement though. I discovered just now that if you stand on this spot, the survivors will shout into the village to see if anyone's there. I think the Last Stand update causes this because it never happened before. Inside the shanty town, you must activate a wooden bridge. And man, this thing sure takes time. But at least you can cheese the horde by climbing onto the roof, or you can just jam the thing if you want to throw people. I love the look of the plantation house. It contrasts very well against the muddy swamp. It also offers a decent layout for the finale. This is my family mansion. You're welcome here.
Yeah, all dead.
Yeah.
Grandpa, what did your grandpa do during the Civil War? Tell me.
Why are you asking me that? I don't know, okay? Shut up! Don't assume a grandpa like that.
His grandfather is with the Confederates.
You didn't keep yapping about him owning slaves or whatever. He never owned one.
Tell that to that one black guy in the shed.
What?
I personally would not like to live next to a swamp.
It's profitable, you know? It's
Profitable, why?
The plants around here.
Why is it profitable?
Getting farm, getting meat, dumb shit. But do I have some issue with this finale? Unlike what most people think, I find the 50 cal machine gun quite useful at certain times. Just hope that the zombies don't spawn from the hole inside the house. But I also don't like how long it takes for it to cool down compared to the minigun from the first game. I don't know why there are 2 tanks in the second tank wave in this finale. It's a good twist on the challenge, but it also feels random. The game also poorly communicates your escape, by the way. I know there's a huge explosion to tell you that, but you're never told that there's an area behind this gate, and it takes a while to blow up. Yeah, it caught many new players off guard, even me as well.
Gas station right across the street. We could have already been there and back by now.
5 minutes later.
I'm out of gas. You're out of gas. They're out of gas.
This chapter is probably the only campaign at launch that allows you to get tier 2 weapons in the first chapter. And not just the sniper rifles. You can find them in the houses nearby if you explore enough. Hot Rain features construction worker zombies, and their ability is they ignore pipe bombs. And possibly because of Sword Spaghetti, the buy bomb as well. So they're a bit concerning, but not too much.
You're killing the workers. You're the Pinkerton now. They're dead already. What do you mean?
They're workers though,
You're scabs.
You're a Pinkerton now! The sugar mill is full of witches, and it's an awesome gimmick. You can either sneak past them or shoot every witches you see. The fact that they are walking means both choices are easy to do. And they will punish you for having bad trigger discipline or situational awareness. Sin, no!
What?
Oh, thank God!
Damn.
Why there's so many fish?
Wait, what? Huh?
Finally, there's the gas station. Through the wheat farm.
It's sugarcane, Nick.
Whatever you say, Farmer Joe.
The elevator crescendo event is not really difficult because you have the height advantage. But since you have to get through the sugar mill before this, if you did poorly against the witches, you will suffer because there are very few supplies here. If you follow the pipes, you can easily get through the sugar field. Just don't run into the witches on your way out.
Yeah, that was a close. What the fuck is this screen? What?
The Last Stand update added grimy skins to the safe room weapons, which is pretty cool, and it kinda has the lore implication that we are not the first one to reach the safe room. From this point on, the rain in Hot Rain will make itself known. The entire map is flooded, and if a tank spawns, you better find a dry ground to stand on because having your speed reduced is the worst thing you can have when fighting a tank.
Run, Winter!
I have 6 bullets left! 6 bullets!
Go back to Washington! Oh, he's gonna die.
6 bullets left! 6 bullets! Oh, what?
By the skin of our teeth.
Oh my god, you fucking did it?
There's an entire route inside the sugar mill that allows you to skip walking through the water almost entirely. I'm surprised there's no achievement for doing this. Sometimes the storm will hit, which makes it harder to see and it will summon the horde. So throughout the next 2 chapters, there are no crescendo event to worry about, but you have to deal with constant horde RNG. It's an okay substitute for the crescendo event, I guess. It also muffles your in-game voice chat, but like, people just use Discord nowadays. The town doesn't have a massive shortcut like the sugar mill, but you can still avoid the water if you look hard enough. Because of the backtracking nature of this campaign, anything you discover in the previous chapter will appear later, as long as you don't pick them up. It's a cool gimmick that rewards you for memorizing. Also make sure to pick the right gun before the finale, because it takes place in the burger tank where the campaign starts. That means there's only tier 1 weapons there, and a hunting rifle. The finale is a challenge in itself, because sometimes your view can get blurred by the storm, and the flood means falling off the roof is very punishing, and the Molotov is almost useless here. Escaping the finale is also difficult, because Virgil really takes his time to dock his boat, allowing the tank a time window to close in on you, and along with a charger, they can send you into the river if you're not careful.
Fuck, I missed that!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It doesn't work, I'm stuck! I'm fucking stuck!
Car stuck! Car stuck!
I'm stuck! Oh my god.
What? In that urinal? You mean the porta potty? Oh. Oh!
Got it.
He really wants in.
Use of deadly force authorized. Alright. Shit. It sure is.
Coach, I don't think it's what you think it is. Also, it's rare to find that this path is not blocked off. I don't know why, I just keep getting the alley. The Alarm Tower Gauntlet event can be unforgiving, because the fencing around the area forces you into a straight line and gives you a hard time dodging special infected. I kinda don't like how the horde goes on for 3 more minutes before the door opens. I know this is to stop the speedrunners, but like, it's inconsistent with other Gauntlet events. You also encounter Riot Police zombies, whose armor is so good it ignores any damage from the front. Man, I wish I had that armor when I was playing Ready or Not.
Get down, I want to see hands.
This makes them by far the most dangerous uncommon infected, since you can't just shoot them like other zombies, and you have to do something to expose their backs. For a good reason, they don't show up in the finale. They also can drop the nightstick, but like, the machete's still better. The Parish is by far the darkest campaign when it comes to storytelling. Everything has gone to shit and the US Army has become increasingly harsh because of the green flu. In the second chapter, just before the alarm tower, you can see dead bodies of the people the army has shot. And in chapter 3, it gets even worse. The military starts to go as far as shooting down their own helicopters, and some survivors begin to disobey the law and even kill each other. That just got very grim. We might need some comic relief for that.
We're shooting people. I told you I had a bad feeling about this.
Nick, I'm pretty sure you're not new to people shooting people, right? Ah, yes, the Parish is when the Tiananmen happened.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot the toilet survived the bombing.
This part with like 20 alarm cars is a good twist on the mechanic itself, and it can either be a breeze or a fucking nightmare, depending on who your teammate is.
Oh wait, no, hang on. I think I picked the wrong person for this campaign.
What?
Irwin exists, right? And do you know what this part is?
Yeah, it's called.
Oh my fucking hell!
Oh, come on! When does Shepard care about danger close?
I think the RNG path inside the graveyard is not really impactful because Death Center has already did it better. According to the developers, this parrot float design is supposed to be creepy, but it just looks silly. The crescendo event that comes with it is pretty easy as long as you stay on the roof. Although don't leave your teammate behind because a potential tank spawn is what comes after it.
What's going on? What?
Where the fuck are you guys?
I'm killing zombies. Yes. What the fuck you guys? Oh. 7,000.
The bridge safe room is the only safe room that gives you 2 sets of medkits and a handful of grenades. This is not the game being generous. It's a warning. The bridge has vehicles you can climb on to get the high ground against the zombies. But even with that, the finale is still difficult because it's a giant gauntlet event turned into a finale. You will get swarmed by the zombies very often, and because it's a bridge, a destroyed bridge to be precise, there are lots of ways for you to fall off. On the other hand, they picked a very good location archetype for this finale. The bridge is linear by nature. It allows you to easily learn and memorize how far you are into the level. In this level and this level only, the cars punched by the tank will only deal damage instead of outright downing you. This is never told by the game, but it's a welcome change, because it would be impossible to defeat him otherwise. Anytime you think you're not useful in real life, don't be sad, because this 50 cal machine gun had it worse. Seriously, I've never seen anyone use this thing.
Man, Erwin, fuck the fucking about.
Erwin, bruh. Oh, what? What?
This campaign's entire premise is a crossover for the survivors of both games, and I was so happy to see them again. Also, the music sound familiar? It sounds like it's from a Scooby-Doo episode. Oh, and this campaign cost $7 on Xbox, by the way.
Look to the left of you, Wither. That's the mystery van, no?
What left? Left?
You don't know if you're gonna
Scoop! We shouldn't have done it, dude! Yeah.
This campaign is where the Fallen Survivor was originally introduced. I like their concept because they run away when they are attacked. They act like some sort of bait for greedy players. They still die in one hit to melee weapons though. The Footlocker is also introduced here, but not placing them anywhere in the Crescendo event or the finale feels like a missed opportunity.
I found heroin in the toilet. I sure hope
Sin,
there's nothing
no,
wrong
Sin,
about
come here. I found heroin addiction.
Holy shit.
morphine.
The wedding set piece with the witch in the bride costume is extremely memorable. She's similar to the tank in the sacrifice in that she will summon the horde when she starts attacking. Using the radio will also indirectly alert her, but the music is good though, so it's a good trade-off. Also, Val hosted a music video contest for this song. This guy won and holy shit, his video was very good. And he was awarded a gift pack from Valve and the one and only guitar signed by the Midnight Rider. This campaign's adds the M60, a special machine gun that kills zombies in one hit. The problem is a lot of tier 2 weapons can do that already. Hell, it's even outclassed by the AK when it comes to damage.
Wait, Righto. oldest.
Okay,
At the,
okay,
out
shut
of
up, shut up, shut up, you bitch.
I cover wars, you know.
I gotta
You remember an M60? Come see me. What if we give Gatling P the M60?
I have a mixed feeling about the Silver Gauntlet event. The first part is okay because you don't stay in the water for too long. But the second part is like the barns from Dark Carnival, except even worse. You have to run through a very long tunnel while also being slowed down by the water. And the sewer is completely empty. No cover, no items, nothing.
Sin, make it, go get it.
Come on, people. Don't stand around. Let's go.
Jesse.
No.
Oh.
Bruh.
This is my.
You can find Bill's corpse in the finale, and courtesy to the Last Stand update, his M16 got a unique skin as well. There should have been an achievement for escaping with his gun, like some kind of tribute, you know. Even with Left 4 Dead 1 survivors covering you and giving you supplies, the finale can still be difficult. You need more gas can compared to Dead Center, and there's no option to move them around quickly. And there's a chance that if a tank appears, there might be more than one tank. Because after all, this is where the sacrifice takes place. So if you hear his music, stop doing everything and run back to the bridge.
Wait. Is there any more respawn?
Me too, Lewis. Me too.
I ever tell you about the time my buddy Ellis stole a race car from the mall and drove it over some zombies?
No, I haven't heard that.
Also, it took like the Last Stand update to fix the animation here. I don't know, is Valve being lazy again? To this day, I still wonder how and why Coldstream got added. There were definitely better options like Dead Before Dawn and Heaven Can Wait. Even Swamp Fever has better forest aesthetic. Chapter 1 is a mishmash of trees and rocks with a few buildings here and there. It also ends with a poorly designed crescendo event.
I'm stuck. No way.
What?
No way. I'm stuck.
What? Huh?
No way. I'm stuck. I can't move.
Whoa!
It also ends with a poorly designed crescendo event. One player has to hold their button to open the bunker door, and this whole thing is like 10 feet away from the safe room door. Chapter 2 has a fucking audacity to flashbang you when you leave the safe room, along with a scripted event that downs you in the process. It's cool that the map has this cinematic moment for the tank, but it also feels unfair because the time window to dodge the rock is very small.
Oh, there's a... what the fuck?
This crescendo event is very unforgiving. You have to run to the safe room while also walking down the tunnel with the water current strong enough to push you off at the end. It is entirely possible to miss the doorway you're supposed to get in amongst the chaos.
No! He went for it, man! Oh my god!
If you get pushed to the end, you're basically stuck. Anyone trying to help you will also get pushed off by the water as well. The third chapter is the only one that I don't have a major complaint about, and the level design is somewhat decent. Although this crescendo event caused by the burning truck could have been communicated better, because for a long time I wonder what causes the horde here. But not gonna lie though, the surprise car alarm at the end is really good. The finale is a gauntlet like the Parish bridge, while the second part has a good layout, the first part does not. It is way too linear, and you're forced to fight a tank here. There's also a dead end inside a tunnel where you fight a tank, which is just stupid. There's a good reason why I picked the best players in my group exclusively for this campaign.
Oh, Erwin, you figured it out, huh? You figured it out.
Don't let him get away. Son of a bitch.
I'm actually amazed that someone actually cared to make a campaign for what was essentially a bonus survival map from the first game. That alone is already surprising. This campaign is basically Death Toll in a different timeline. And of course, we had to get the Golden Crowbar.
The Half-Life version of the Golden AK.
I play 1000 Half-Life mods for this.
The Scrapyard Crescendo event is pretty good. It has a blend between the classic Crescendo and the Gauntlet event together, and it created this very dynamic gameplay.
Drugs. Wait, no, my dog! Bill! Bill! Are you gonna test it?
Why not? Yeah.
Very nice safe room door motto, by the way. The safe room also has a chrome shotgun that looks like a pump shotgun, but definitely is not a pump shotgun. You got that? Soon after, there is a watchtower that has a unique AK, silent submachine gun, and Desert Eagle as well. It's a cool little detail that I appreciate. The finale plays like a normal Left 4 Dead 1 finale, but halfway through you have to find gas can for the generator. It's a nice gameplay twist, but I feel like the numbers of waves depends on the difficulty. On advanced, you have to fight 1 horde wave and 2 tank waves. Meanwhile, on easy, it's just 1 tank wave. It drags the finale for too long on higher difficulty because before this happened, you already fought a horde and a tank. Also, the metal remix for the tank theme plays here for some reason.
Section for a second there.
Hello or low?
I said hello!
Escaping kinda has the same problem as Swamp Fever. The game does throw some hints like the boat horn and the dock below the cliff, but it takes a while for the boat to arrive and fire the flare, so I wouldn't blame you for missing it. It's still a big issue because unlike Swamp Fever, you have more than 1 tank coming after you. Yeah, there's so many tanks here. What is this, a sacrifice?
I need to get out, There's a tank, never mind that. I could solo him normally, but this is fucking... This is gauntlet, I can't do that.
What?
Goodbye, winner.
What? How?
And those were campaigns of Left 4 Dead 2. It's pretty clear that this is where Valve really grew up on Left 4 Dead 1's concept. While there's nothing wrong with the previous game's campaigns, the fact that they were simple and straightforward were also their own downsides. Left 4 Dead 2's campaigns meanwhile have a lot more things going on, and they all have their own gimmicks which made them stood out amongst the rest. I believe that despite my grudge against Barnes, Dark Carnival is still my favorite campaign. It has the most unique and best moments in there. Oh shit, TF2 summer update just dropped. Well, I was about to wonder if it's ever gonna happen. And that means for the next video, we will be taking a look at TF2's latest update. See you next time.